Hello, 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 you guys. It is your girl Sunshine here with another one. Yes, how are you, my boos? So with this reading, um, I don't even know how it's gonna go about because the message that came through, um, was very interesting. So I'm gonna tell you what came through, and then we'll tap into it. So there's this image I get of like this just older couple, okay? And the divine feminine in the story, she doesn't want him to, dance or fuss himself because for some reason, if he were to sing and dance, he wouldn't live anymore. I don't know why, but that's what it was, okay? Um, and he went to her that he's like it was almost like he had lived the best life he could because he had her, and that he was fine and he wanted to live out his last hoopla kind of thing of doing, the other thing he loves, which was like singing and dancing or whatever. So, and it's like this old scenery. It was very like brownish, and it was like a bar, and it was like an olden times, I felt. And he like gets up and he dances on the bar, and he has this huge smile on his face and everything. And he's singing, he's dancing, and they're both just so happy, and it was such a beautiful moment. And then like I hear like this narrator. It's almost like I was watching a movie but seeing it visually from. Anyways, there was like this narrator comes in and says that both of the couple actually perished together in their sleep because she could no longer she no longer wanted to like kind of almost like live without him, and she also knew it was his time to go, and he also accepted that he had lived the best life and he had all the many blessings and stuff like that, that he was okay going. And it was like, I know it sounds weird to say that, like, like she wanted to, perish them, but it was like they both did all the things they wanted to do. They both had the beautiful memories, the beautiful life, the enjoyment, the excitement, just all of it. And it was like, they're like, it was almost like both of them kind of were like, I'm good. I'm free. I'm good to go. Like it's like there was like it was almost like releasing any fears that they had in them. Like it was just all gone, and they all wanting their love to live on together. It was such like a beautiful, and like I wish I could have shown you what it was. So I really do feel as if the divine feminine is watching this reading. If you don't care for the divine masculine or whatever, then this is not your reading, because the energy I'm getting from that story is the love is so true and so pure that the both of them wanted to, like, go end it together, just let their love and their bond just become one. It was such a beautiful thing that came through. So honestly, I really do feel like whoever's reading whoever is here as a divine feminine, I want to say this is only for you, those of you that want it to work out, because that love, um that was a beautiful love, like for you to like for them to get to that point together and accept it, and just, and it wasn't like it was like if he didn't dance or something like that, he could have lived on forever, like not forever, but he would have lived on for a long time, and both of them would have lived on for a long time. But for some reason in that moment, it was like both of them were like, we have done what we were meant to come here on earth to do. And it was like just a beautiful, it's like mission complete or something. There was something about just accepting and surrendering, and just the both of them allowing their love to live on as one. um that is that's something, okay. We're going to look into this a little bit deeper, for those of you that resonate with that story, that previous story, and what's going on with your divine masculine, the divine feminine, divine masculine. We have here the divine masculine coming through. It did come in reverse. I won't lie. But what I'm feeling from this energy is there's a sense of a stubbornness I feel being put away. We have here the Ace of Wands coming through, the Spark, also representing Spark in this deck, and we also have the Hierophant, Spiritual Advancement. I feel like with the ego going away, being kind of like put in its place, there's a sense of a new beginning coming through. We have here the Nine of Wands, trials and tribulations. Yeah, there's this, in this connection, there's definitely been some like dark and lonely and sad roads. But I feel a positive energy coming through here. That is way too many cards. Let's see. Let's clarify this spread. I do sense, marriage coming up here with her having the ring. In the divine masculine reading, marriage actually did come up. Okay. So I don't know if you watched that one, but that did come up in that reading. We have here the Mask card coming out, and it came in like a neutral position. So I feel as if it's like a sense of revealing. Like when you think about the story, before the cards came out, there was a sense of surrender. There was a sense of understanding. There was a sense of and I feel as if it's like this person is no longer hiding who they truly are. They're finally like, you know what? They will love me for me. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing that would turn them away. It's like there's a sense of just an acceptance. I said that wrong. Accepting the energy. There's a sense that they just accept it, and kind of, it's almost like I feel like the fool's card. Like if you think about the tarot deck, the starting of the fool's journey is the first thing, and it's about taking that leap of faith. There's a sense of me feeling like someone's taking a leap of faith. Now, this card came in reverse, nostalgia, and this connection definitely has gone through quite a bit. There has been a little bit of a one-sided energy of, someone giving their heart more than the other person. I definitely feel coming through here. But I do feel like someone wants to come in and give their heart. Admired. Yeah, there's a sense of seeing how rare this connection is, how rare this person is. See, we have here the Muse card coming out too. There is a sense of just like, okay, I don't know if you're into like art or something, but if you think about like an art painting, something that has sparkles and something just has like a matte paint on it. The sparkle gives off that extra thing that just makes you want to look. Captures your attention. Your eye just drawn towards it because it has that extra, thing. And I feel like that's how when they see you, it's almost like you sparkle, you shine, like your aura. They see you as your aura very light, very like it's almost like a beautiful thing. Like, if you ever were a type of person where you maybe like you saw a celebrity and it's just like that or like saw someone that you just admire so much, or like just there's that energy of just feeling like they could watch you all day. Let's see what else is going on in regards to this divine masculine and feminine connection. What is going on? We have here the Romance card coming out. That card also did come out for the divine masculine reading. Someone wants to come in and definitely have some romantic times together. We'll just say it like this. I do feel sincere energy. I don't feel false energy. We have here, can we go for a walk? Now, this card kind of came in a neutral-ish position. So they're trying to think of how can they approach In a divine masculine reading, it actually came up like, will you answer the call? And with this coming through of, can we go for a walk? I just feel as if they're just trying to think of like, how can I come back in? Like, how can I approach it in a way that you just can't say no? Because I can't, it's almost like they can't hear the no. Okay. It's almost like they have to find a way that like something you just can't resist to, like you will say yes to meeting them, because it would devastate them if they can't meet you and tell you what's been going on, what's been happening. What else is going on in regards to this connection with the divine masculine and divine feminine? What else? Anything else he wants to say? You left me, and we have here, you're beautiful. They are so there's an energy of them feeling, I know. But there's a part, I feel like someone's gonna get mad. There's a part of them that is mad and upset that you left. Okay. Whether you physically left, there's some sort of leaving energy. There's some sort of, even though they said they couldn't do it in their actions, in a sense, like the way that they would portray themselves, it's almost like they still were like, but I didn't want you to go. I didn't want you to leave, which is so silly. It's like almost like the person, like almost like say like the question maybe if came up if you guys should like date or stay together or something like that, and it was like they almost like they couldn't do it, but at the same time they didn't want you to be with anyone else and leave. And you know, I don't feel like it's like in a bad way of keeping you around, but it just, there's like no way of explaining it without it sounding like you just want me to yourself, but you're not giving me everything I want, but I have to wait. Like there's, it's just in their mind, in their moment, they found logic for it. I personally can't find the logic towards that train of thought, but it's almost like wait for me, but they didn't say wait for me. They made it seem as if they were going to go about doing their life, but what they really want to say is wait for me. I got to work on some things, but they didn't say it. They didn't say it, and their actions and what they did made it seem as if they didn't give a flying hoot in a sense, okay? Because they gave off some sort of player energy, some sort of toxic energy they were still giving off, but they also had the times when there was this spark and this fun and this just beautiful times that you guys had together. They might have been like a very romantic person as well. We have here unique mind. They're definitely drawn to not just the physical but the mental, okay? Because you have here beautiful and unique mind coming out, and they came out side by side as well. So I definitely feel like I was saying before, that even though they came off as a player, they like both, okay? Because most times players, they just want to hit it and quit it and go, okay? And it wasn't for this person. We're like, there was no substance for players. I feel like they don't really like, in it for the long haul. Thing. This person, like going back to the muse and the admire card, they see very highly of you. Okay, there's that, just this spark, this glitter, this glow, this aura. Like they do. They may not, emphasize it or say it, but they do feel, I feel that energy coming through here. They are in like an awe. Okay. We have here easier to be distracted. So this person might be into, maybe some drugs. He's smoking in the image. Doesn't necessarily have to be into drugs. It could be drinking, it could be binging on shows, it could be working too much. Whatever it is to keep this person distracted, that's what they do. And if it's not distracting them, they move on to something else that will distract them. They keep themselves in that moment because they don't want to go through facing the energy of what occurred. We have here I'm trapped card. Now it did kind of fling around and didn't want to come out reversed as well. So I do feel as if this person's coming out of this trapped energy. They're working through it. They're finding a way to work past it. Now let's see, what is blocking this divine masculine in this connection that he's dealing with his divine feminine. I feel like there isn't much divine feminine energy coming through. Only time divine feminine energy is coming through is when, um, he's bringing up that he's thinking of her or in her energy or stuff like that. So, um, I don't see where the divine feminine is. Maybe we can check at the end, but I don't see where her head is at. We have here the power card. Now it was trying to come reversal. This deck doesn't do reversals, but for some reason today it's just everything's coming out reversals, and I feel like person is coming out of energy with this power card. It's that it's like they're putting away their ego. Okay, I do feel like this person is definitely transitioning. We have here lust, getting rid of that player energy, kind of coming out of their shell, and back to drawing, being drawn to the mask card. This person's revealed. It's like they weren't necessarily fake, but it's almost like, think of this line. Like, I love using this quote. Like, on a need to know basis, you are told what you need to know. You don't need to know everything. And it's not like this necessarily like everything's bad or they're cheating or they're this or they're that. It's just a sense of they keep it very, very minimum. And that's how they kept it. And that was like the only way that they knew how to still keep the connection going, in a sense, by keeping it at that limited kind of energy, limited kind of action. What else is blocking this divine masculine? What's going on? We have here the unforgettable, and we have here the void card. This person, it's almost like when you were around, this hole that they had is filled, and when you leave, they can feel the emptiness of it. They feel just uneasy, like there's nothing that will bring them the true happiness. Nothing, everything else is so short-lived, but when they have the energy of you, it's so lasting and beautiful. And it's not in a sense of a using. Okay, I don't want you to feel that energy of using, because I don't feel that coming through. It's almost like you this person didn't fully realize how much of this void they had prior to meeting you, how uncomfortable it was, how it was almost like it was there for so long that it became natural to just, like if you think about, like, if you had a wobbly, or a squeaky door. Okay, a squeaky door, you got to put some oil on it, or some whatever that D40 thingy I don't know what it's called that they use on cars, and other stuff. But anyways, your squeaky door, you got to put something, okay, to make it stop squeaking. But every time you come in, the squeak annoys you. You still open the door and close it back, and you don't end up dealing with it. It was almost like when you came in, you just came in and just were the oil. Everything was fixed. Nothing was squeaking no more. Everything was just easy breezy. There was more thing. And then you left, and then all of a sudden the door's squeaking again. I know that's the weirdest the weirdest way to explain that, but it with you, it comes so naturally. Okay, it's just like, oh, I just happen to have some oil in my pocket. Like, it was just, there's just something natural about your energy that this person is very just gravitates towards. They just can feel like it's almost like it's magnetic. Okay, let's see, is there anything that the romance angels want to say in regards to this divine feminine connecting with this divine masculine? Oh my. Ooh, that's a bunch of cards. We have here, it's safe for you to love and trust. That's very beautiful coming through. We have here, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, I do not feel like this is a reading for a divine feminine that does not want the divine masculine. This is a reading for a divine feminine that still wants the divine masculine. Okay? And as much as it feels very like ghost-like, not enough effort and stuff like that, I'm not saying wait for anyone, okay? That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is have faith and work on other things, okay? Because when love is meant to come into the union with you and who you're meant to be with, it's going to be easy flowing. Okay. So if it's not flowing right now, figure out, what's going on within you that you can work on. And it could be any subject. Okay. Just do a little, digging and see like what things you can work on. Because everyone has something they can work on. Nobody's perfect. Okay. I'm continuously always working on things. Right. So, and it's not always fun, but it's always great, the reward afterwards. So when you open your heart to receiving, and also giving, you will get more and more abundance energy just gravitating towards surrounding you. I feel a lot of positivity coming through for the divine feminine finally. I feel like your energy is here. So let's see. But let's go back to divine masculine. I want to see, what words do they want to say to this divine feminine? What is it that they have not said? What is it that they are itching to say? Wow. First card, we will be together again. I mean, I guess I'll say it one more time. This reading is only for a divine feminine that wants the divine masculine. This person wants you, you want them. It's definitely clear in this reading. It's been said and shown many times. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. You've been in my dreams, and I feel safer in the silence. Okay, so we definitely know about, safer in the silence. That goes back to, when we had that distracting energy coming out here, where he just distracts himself with other things, because they know that as soon as they're not thinking or doing something that can distract them, it goes straight back to you, and boom, of them wanting to be with you. But they do have a little bit of this energy of feeling as if they have to bring more to the table. They can't just come as is. That goes back to when we were talking here about the, can we go for a walk? And even in the other divine masculine reading, where it came up of, will you answer the call? Okay, so they do have a feeling of like, are they good enough to come back in the energy? Because they do want something, they dream about you. So the fact that you're in their mental space all the time, okay, to a 24/7 degree, whether they're awake or they're sleeping, okay, they love your mind, your looks, your everything, okay. This person wants to have a connection. They want to, I want to say they want to come in, right? But what the reason why I'm holding back on saying all of that is because in this particular reading there wasn't much movement cards, or I would say not really any movement cards per se. There's a lot of energy of, passion coming through here. There's a lot of feeling that this person love for you is what I feel most in this reading. In the other reading there was movement, there's action that was coming through in the divine masculine reading. But with you, divine feminine, your reading, it's almost like this person wants to come in and show you what they see when it comes to you, what they feel when it comes to you, how they feel towards you. I mean, like, okay. You will build together again if there's faith in the situation and both parties keep continuing to work on themselves and move forward. There is success, I feel, coming through here. But remember, the angels were letting you know that there has to be faith, and with that coming through, I just feel as if that, there is still going to be a little bit of some trials going on here. Because remember, the trials and tribulation, it was just the 9 of wands. Okay, so there's still the 10 of, putting down that burden and stuff. So there's still something that they're working on. It's almost like I feel like this should be the reading first, and then the divine masculine would be the next one, because it feels like this is in the heavy stage of thinking about you, feeling that thing, and then the next stage is where they go and they make that movement and they go and they make that change. But we'll be together again, and trust, I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. Guys, we're gonna leave it at that. Until next time, it's your girl Sunshine. Deuces.